Okay, welcome back to BirthPOD, and today I'd like to show another application of our BirthPOD 4. But this is BirthPOD 4 Grande. Grande means we're gonna have two bows. You see this arc, and this bow system, very simple design. Made of flat bar, and the also another flat bar, but the longer flat bar. So when you separate the two apart, the outer one, this one, all automatic conform to a curvature because it's longer, right? Longer length, right? And this one is shorter, so it's automatically to stay relative straight, right? So that's that's one bow, and as you can see, if we have one bow and then we use this vertical column as the boundary, then we have the BirthPOD for Grande, right? But if we can use another bow exact the same, right, to attach to here and attach to the bottom, then we have full scale. Okay, so Grande means a full scale. So this is BirthPOD for Grande. So simply, this one, it's we borrow from here. We just simply copy and remove the knee wall, because in this case we don't need a knee wall, and because in this case we designed it for Gregory Walker, who designed a system to handle the sanitation problem in Africa. Okay, so for that reason, he come up with a system to use Black Soldier Fly Larvae to consume the human waste and animal waste. Use a nature's way to convert the waste into food for worm. Okay, so the Black Soldier Fly Larvae will eat eat poop, and or animal poop, manure, or even organic, kitchen organic, garbage, right? As long as organic, they will eat it. Okay, and then simply he has a device. He put inside this environment. Basically, he has a system, but he need an environment, right? So that's why when he look at our BirthPOD design, and he see this is perfect solution, perfect setting, right? Perfect housing for his system. So that's why we come up with this design. So we can simply borrow whatever over there. We remove the knee wall because he's in his situation. He's gonna ask us to design and make some make the to manufacture and then ship it to Africa, right? So for that reason, we come up with this design. In this design, we have two system, synergy of the two system. One is the solar thermal collection and storage, and cooling system, right? Because when you convert the solar thermal, transfer the solar thermal heat from bubbles or from water film into the water tank. The soap liquid tank is here. It's hard to see probably, but you can see there it's right in the middle. And then you transfer the heat there, and this thing is sitting in the larger thermal mass. This larger thermal mass is composed of simply gravels and water. Okay, So this way, we collect all the water, from the roof, right? Because the water will flow down and drip down. Then, because we dig this big pit, and then place the a large piece of pond liner, right, at the bottom, right, and then we simply backfill with gravels, right. This way we create a man-made pond, right, a man-made pond to collect all the water, okay, collect all the waters, and water from the roof and water from anything within this region, right. So and that way we have this thermal mass of gravel combined with water, right. So the gravel will form a foundation, right. It's a foundation, but at the same time has room for water, so you have both, right. So this way this is a perfect geothermal, right. And then because this liquid liquid tank is sitting right in the middle, right, and so we have this natural heat transfer, between the two, right, through the wall, right. So there is a natural passive heat transfer. So when this inner tank, this central tank, is getting warmer, it will dissipate the heat, to its surrounding, right. So so in this case we have a small heat sink in a sense and large heat sink, and the two can exchange energy, right, exchange heat, right, between the two, right. So that's this system, it's pretty simple. So we can call it, he like to call it SaniPOD. Sani means sanitation, right. So this is actually a perfect design for relatively large outhouse, right. And and you see that the structure itself automatically describe divide the space into 4 sections. So people enter here, right, and then we can provide some, maybe a bench here, people can sit down, right, and maybe you can get water here, fresh water here. And by the way, we also have a clean water collection system. I don't want to spend too much time today because it's relatively complex, takes time. And then also a basin to wash your hand, right. So yeah, these two simply the bubble generator. So then people working here, so we can see that there's a this area, the entrance, you can see, and then we can have 2 separate location, 2 separate rooms, right. You can just we create a we use see the column there. I want to see the column here, right. So you can put a panel here and then the door. So then people come in, then they wait outside, and when they get the turn, they simply open the door, enter in, then they have this space, okay. So we can put I mean, his system maybe 2 toilet or only 1 toilet, right. And then it's you have privacy, right. So we can say 1 is for man, 1 is for woman, right. But in other culture, maybe they don't like that, and then simply build 1 for man and then build another 1 for woman, right. So basically there's 2 you can say bathrooms, right. No, 2 toilet booths, right. So and you still have a common area, then people can stay and get the coolness, right, experience the coolness of this environment. And also the we have second layer, right? We can have the so the second layer we can put some shelving, right? Then you can plant some. You can have a simple sandponics or aquaponics system, and then you can have fish. You know, you can have fish tank in the common area, right? Then it's automatic. It's a set and forget system. Basically, I use just single pump, you know, pump the water every 2 hours, and then for 10 minutes to bring the water to a sand bed, grow bed, and then through the sand it filters the water, you know, and then the filtered water flow back to the fish tank, right? So this way it's self cleaning, self change. You know, you don't need to change water. I have this system running in my greenhouse, you know, all the time. So anyway, so this just a simple idea to show, right? So there's a, you know, partition, you know, division, you know, two section, or you can have this open but create a panel here, right? Two panels and two doors, and you have two bathrooms, right? In this case, it's a kind of a relative open, but still some privacy, right? You enter here, then you know, this is an open area, or you can hang a curtain here, right? And then people get in here, right? So yeah. So anyway, so yeah, this is pretty simple. Yeah, in the so Gregory wants something like this, and then he can, you know, promote this in Africa, and yeah, I think even the government can pay for this, you know, because this is, you know, public, facility, right? Will benefit everyone, even benefit whoever is doing this, right? Because out of this you can get Black Soldier Fly Larvae. You know, it's a now it's a very you know, high priced, you know, commodity. You know, you get it from waste, right? And also you get the organic fertilizer, right? So yeah, you know, you get something. Just having a structure like this, you can constantly convert, you know, you can constantly turning waste into valuable, you know, commodities, right? So anyway, that's that, and yeah. So if you don't understand, let me know, and you know, ask questions, leave comments, and then today we have this system basically. We have because in the case of Gregory wanted us not to create a SaniPOD, but also create an environment for a BirthPOD. You know, basically, his system can, the Black Soldier Fly Larvae, they eat anything, human waste, you know, or animal waste. But anyway, that's so we know that when a mother give birth, right? Mother give birth will, you know, will end up seeing lots of blood, right? And also placenta, right? You know, the other half of the baby, right? So how do you treat the waste, right? So in a sense, so using his method, he can set up a birth in pod, yeah, so that he can use the blood and use whatever organic waste and to feed the black soldier larvae. They will stay in the controlled enclosed, you won't have any problem. No smell. There's biochar there. There's ways to control even the environment, and he just need an outer environment, right? So anyway, so this is it. So we come up with this design, Richard and Young, and so in this case, we instead of have one, this is, by the way, this is BirthPOD 8, okay? Instead of having one, we connect the two together. We have two, okay? We simply use this, the same material. Actually, this is it, and turn, I think it's 90 degree, yeah, then to form this, and then this thing turn 90 degree form this, right? So just 4 of this, then you finish the structure, and then you simply use cover system, fabric to cover the whole thing, and yeah, and this is just just an idea, right? How you make this part is depend on you, right? But anyway, then this way we can create a twin pod, right? Twin pod for birth, right? So we can use one for for the actual event, right? Actual process, and then after the baby is born, then we can sanitize the baby, go through a sanitation process, and then we can even have this completely enclosed, right? But anyway, then the baby and mother will move to another area, so it's totally separate. Got 2 doors here, 2 doors here, so totally separate, clean, cleaner area, and there's fish, there's plants, flowers, and so they can rest over there. And in this case, we can, if we look at from the top, we can see see, this is the entrance, right? Then we have this corner, this corner actually relatively big, we have this corner, so this is one room for birth, and there's another here and here. So in this case, we can have 3 rooms, for birth, and the rest is open. You can put furniture, common area, maybe a shower system, a toilet, whatever, right? So basically, yeah, he could have his device, in one here, one here, one here, and also maybe 1 or 2 for washroom, right? So anyway, that's yeah, and lots of other room, and then over here we can have 3 beds, or more, right? 1 bed here, 1 bed here, anyway, so lots of rooms for recovery, after the operation, after the birth, right? And the mother can stay here, children, the baby can stay here, and it's completely separated room. So we have this this setting, and so this way, this is, you see, this is a nice way to use it, see. But there is something I like to review to you. Actually we only use half of it. Let's get to the other file. Are you ready? Boom. See? Now, so we see here, we simply use the top portion of the tube, okay? But now it's the bottom portion is revealed. And now we have the full Parapod 4 Grande, Parapod 8 Grande. Okay, so so we just show that actually you can have even 2-floor system. This could be the first floor, this could be the second floor, right? And there's yeah, we have a patent pending invention for non-hydraulic lift platform, lift system, kind of an elevator, but not using the hydraulic system. So it's counterweight system. But anyway, so this is something I like to show. Okay? And so we see there's a lot of ways to use our system, the Parapod system. Once you have the double layer cavity, when you have a way to control the temperature through the balance between heat source, which is sun, and the cold source, which is the water, right? Then you can do a lot, right? You can create a balance, intermediate state, or a state that is sitting in between, right? So with the heat source and cold source, then you can create the environment that is needed, right? According to your need. So anyway, so this is it. Yeah, I'm sure you once you understand the whole thing, you like it. I like it a lot. It's a fun working with Richard Nelson and Young, and to see, to explore all the potentials, right? How to use this bubble system, how to use the double layer structure to simply using the sun as the only source of power, or as the only source of energy. Then we can create we can solve all the problem. We can have this we can call it, this is truly net zero. The only power you needed, maybe for facility, right? And also for the fan, right? The pump, right? And we have our own way of actually, if you need more electricity, right? For sure, in this case, you need more electricity. We have our own way to supply that, but it's just too much. I won't touch on that. So okay, so yeah, so much for today. I know there's a lot more coming. So for those who have not subscribed my channel, make sure you subscribe now. We're gonna have a lot coming. It's rolling out and pouring out, so get ready for that. And you can even tell us what you need, right? Then we can, as long as you have the need, we can, I'm sure, if you understand the whole thing, then you can find many uses for this type of structure, right? Okay, yeah, that's good. See you next time.